Hey guys, just thought I'd get on here and chit chat with you guys for just a little bit. I'm on my way to pick up my kids from school. My son and my daughter both are doing the wrestling team. It's like a wrestling camp before they reach high school, so they're gonna see if they really like it. But I hope everyone is having a good week, and I'm sorry about the lighting. The sun is going down, and but I hope everyone is having a great week this week. I just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit about some issues that are going on, and I'm sure with a lot of teenagers and a lot of young kids. Some bullying issues that are going on. And, I don't like bullies. I was bullied as a kid. And it's super, super sad that the world we live in is where sometimes our kids are afraid to go to school. I don't necessarily like it that my kids, sometimes are being bullied, and we can't help it as parents, and yet sometimes, like with my kids, I feel helpless, to where I cannot help them at all. And it's really, really kind of sad what our country has come down to, or something like that. But I get really sad for my kids because they don't want to go to school sometimes because of the bullying issues that are going on, and it drives me crazy. My kids aren't being, bullied per se, as, some people put it, but kids are just completely mean and a-holes out there. They really are. And my heart breaks for some of these kids. It makes kids want to commit suicide. It makes kids just get in their own little world and depressed and don't want to talk about anything. We as parents have to protect our kids, and I don't know how you guys feel, but sometimes kids being bullied is not right. I feel helpless as a parent that I can't do more for my children. As I said, they don't really get bullied. There are kids that makes mean comments to them sometimes, but that's with all kids, and that's just a world and a society that we live in. I wish to God that we didn't have to live in that kind of world and that kind of society. Our kids now, they grow up being fearful of everybody and everything, and it truthfully is kind of sad. Sometimes, me being a mom of teenagers now, it's super hard. It's hard raising kids nowadays. It really is hard. I was bullied as a kid, but I think every generation, I think the older that you get, that each generation is different, and I think that our world is going to a generation to where it's gonna be hard. Things are a lot harder now than when I was a teenager. I just don't get why kids think that they have to be mean so much to kids. And I fear, what my grandkids are going to have to go through when they become teenagers. Hopefully things will get better, but I'm almost positive that things are not going to get better. That, it's just, our society is just turned into a selfish place. People don't care about anyone anymore. I mean, yes, there are good people in the world, but they are far and in between. There's no trust anywhere for anyone. I have a hard time trusting people myself. But, I hate that the fact that most of our kids today in society, they don't feel comfortable. They want to feel comfortable, but they don't, and I have seen a lot of things, and why some kids bully other kids is to make themselves feel better about what they're doing, and they think it's okay. They just, I guess I'm not real sure. I guess they think it's okay to be mean to kids and to make fun of them. But, we as parents have to start teaching our kids that, it's not okay to bully other children. It's not okay for our kids to be mean. And another pet peeve I have is that, you may have one kid and it's never going to change. It's always going to be this way. You may have one kid that says something, or just because he didn't do or she didn't do what the other person wanted them to do, or or did something that the other person didn't like, well, that person's going to go spread rumors about that other kid. It's super sad that our kids, when they go to school, they're not being protected as they're just not being protected, and they have to go to school and feel ashamed of who they are. Kids make fun of other kids, and that's not good either. Me as a parent, I just don't understand why kids have to be mean like they are. But as I said, that's never going to change. They're always going to be mean. There's always going to be people, making fun of other kids and what they have to go through. Or, we as people and parents don't quite understand, why kids are mean. But they are absolutely cruel and absolutely mean. And sometimes it is very frightening for a kid that they don't want to go to school, as I've already said. I just don't get it. I don't get why, kids are mean and kids are cruel. And sometimes, kids don't want to see that they are being mistreated, or being, that it's just becoming a world of terribleness. Yeah, and if you guys have any suggestions about bullying, or how maybe your kids have been through it, or maybe you've been through it yourself, maybe you all could give me some tips to kind of maybe give my kids, so a little pointers. I'm sitting here in the parking lot waiting for them to come out. They're still in there doing their business, the wrestling thing. But I just, I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get why kids think that they have to be so mean to kids. It is heartbreaking, and I have the sweetest kids. I mean, yes, they do, they do bad things sometimes. Not real bad, but I'll take this little story for instance on my daughter. My daughter is she's 12, getting ready to be 13 years old. I've taken her to a dermatologist, and you know, kids made fun of her because of her acne. And, you know, kids made fun of her because, well, one boy in particular, not the same boy that's made fun of her because of her acne, but one boy made fun of her because told her that she didn't grow in like 3 years. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, to me, it's like whoop-de-doo, you know. That's what I was thinking. I didn't tell her that. I just told her, I'm like, well, the boy likes you. But anyway, she got, and I was shocked because my kids don't ever get in trouble. But she did. It was last Friday when it happened. She told the boy, she said, or she goes, shut the F up, you know. Fill your own word in with the F word. But I'm like, what? You said what? And, you know, I talked to the head person over the 7th graders, and he said, yeah, he's like, it doesn't matter. You know, all kids cuss. He's like, but when they say the F-bomb, you know, a couple, you know, 5, 6, 7 times, yeah, that's a bit much. So, yeah, she got in trouble, but, you know, and she doesn't get mad. She's a very happy girl. She's a very easygoing and happy-go-lucky girl, you know, but that just shows you that even good kids get angry and mad. But she'd gotten tired of this boy, I guess, teasing her about her being short. And, you know, how do you talk to your kids about, you know, letting things go? Well, it's hard. Kids don't want to let things go. You know, it's hard for them. And I want my kids to stand up for themselves. But, you know, like I said, in this day and age that we live in, it's difficult. It's difficult to have them to, you know, just ignore it. But yeah, if you guys have any tips or any tricks or anything, or, you know, any advice that I can give to my kids, you know, please share and please comment. I know I'm new to this YouTube thing, but, you know, I am enjoying it. I'm trying to upload videos, you know, 1 or 2 a week if I can. You know, I do work full time and I do take care of my kids full time. So, you know, that's part of life, I guess. And I'm sorry I look such a mess, but I went to work and got off work and now I'm waiting for them. But, like I said, if y'all have any tips, just let me know and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.